Hello everyone, this is Bob with Premier Water Cleaning Systems, and I've had some people with a clogged brush and they didn't really know where to look, and I also wanted to kind of show the flow of a SolaBrush 58. So right now I've got the brush hooked up to just a standard garden hose fitting at 40 psi, or just slightly over. And obviously it's only on 50 feet of hose, so you don't have any hose pressure loss. But that is a decent amount of flow. And actually, with the pressure, I will be able to actually figure out what kind of flow it is. I'll hook it up to this pressure washer over here next, so that you can see what 2.3 gallons a minute through that same brush looks like. But before I got to that, there's two possible places this brush can clog. One is the orifices right there in that center nozzle. There's 5 of them. And then the other place is actually in this swivel joint here. And taking out the nozzle, or most of the orifices you can get to without taking out the nozzle. There's 2 that are kind of hard to reach. And then the swivel, you can disassemble all the way down to it, but I found it easier just to reverse hook it up and blow out whatever was in there. And that's where this one was clogged. So the orifices, you would need something in the range of a 1/16 inch drill bit, or actually a number 50 fits better, or some sort of thin wire material or something to go out those orifices. Let me hook this back up to the pressure washer so you can see the flow, and then I'll get into taking the brush apart. Alright, while I was getting ready for this, I calculated the flow at garden hose pressure, and it should be about 1.2 gallons a minute compared to the 2.3 gallon a minute pressure washer. So still plenty of water for cleaning at 24 inches wide. So you don't necessarily need a pressure washer with this brush. The nozzle, basically a number 17 or 11/16 socket. Simply take it loose, and so when this comes out, and sometimes they're a little tougher to get out than that, but as soon as this comes out, that's what's holding it to the whole base unit. And so that orifice inside there is what gets plugged, but on the reverse side of the swivel, so back in here. So on the nozzle itself, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orifices for the 5 sprays that spread it across the brush. And like I said, those are about a number 50 or 1/16 hole. And the center one just goes straight through. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, just kind of clean those out if there's anything in those. But if you picked up something big in your hose, it's probably this that is plugged. And so I figured the easiest way is to try and shoot it back out. So just need a hose with a 1/4 inch thread on it, and literally I took a hose that goes in your telescopic wand, if you have a telescopic wand, and threaded it in there. Hold on. So literally it is just a 1/4 inch pipe thread. Well, it's actually a G thread, but pipe will work as well. This telescopic hose is a G thread, so it goes in perfectly. And you just twist it in there like that. And then hook this back up to your pressure washer, or maybe just a garden hose spigging if you got the right conversions. The first time I tried it, I hooked it up to a garden hose and it didn't unclog. And then I hooked it up to the pressure washer, but only turned on the garden hose, and the second time the garden hose pressure hit it, it did come unclogged. But had it not, I could have started the pressure washer and I'm sure it would have blown it. Pretty much anything that was clogged in there out. And then simply take it back apart once it's clear and you got water flowing out again. And one thing I should have mentioned up front is when this was clogged, even with the nozzle, this apart, you couldn't blow through it. And it's very easy to blow through when it's not clogged. So you reverse the step. So basically, line up these 2 bolts with the spacing inside of there. Pay attention to these 2 flanges here. One is longer than the other, so if you put it on backwards, it won't go as far as it should. So make sure the large flange is in the same orientation as the top of your brush here, and then it should react fine. Like that, and then you just thread the nozzle back in. Now, you will need to go until it's a little snug, and then look at where the orifices are so that they're lined up with the brush and don't stop prematurely, and actually hit the brush or something. So right now, I'm not tight enough, I think, so I should go about another half turn because it's pointing to one side. Just like that. And it will now spray like it should. All right, thank you.